Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another Broken Record episode to play. Today's book is The Get Along Gang in the New Neighbors, or New Neighbor, for 1984. So let's get started.
This is the story of the Get Along Gang and the New Neighbor. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Let's begin now. One crisp Monday morning in autumn, the Get Along Gang hurried down the road to school. One member of the gang, Rudyard Lyon, dragged behind the others. Montgomery Moose called over his shoulder.
Come on, everyone. We're late. Hurry, Rudyard. Run!
Rudyard trotted a few steps, then slowed to a walk again. He was feeling very unhappy. He was a visiting student from another country, far, far away.
Gosh, I like Green Meadow and the kids in the gang, but I'm homesick.
Dottie Dog noticed how sad Rudyard was, and she wanted to do something.
Montgomery, Rudyard's staying at your house. Do you know why he's so unhappy?
It's his birthday next Saturday, and he's never been away from home on his birthday before.
Dottie's eyes lit up.
I know what we can do to make him feel better. I'll tell everyone at recess.
At recess, the gang got together to hear Dottie's idea.
On Saturday, let's have a birthday party for Rudyard at the clubhouse. But don't tell him. It'll be a surprise.
Wilma Lamb danced with excitement.
Oh, I love surprises.
Just then, Montgomery looked up.
Rudyard's coming.
Rudyard walked up to the group.
Hello, everyone. Mind if I join you?
Wilma giggled and dashed off.
Sorry, I have to show Lolly my new hair ribbons.
Montgomery winked at Dottie.
Come on. We have to go see the teacher.
Quickly, the whole gang disappeared. Rudyard was left all by himself. All week, the gang was busy planning the surprise party. On Friday, Lolly Squirrel and several others met at Hoofnagel's Ice Cream Emporium. Lolly's father owned the sweets factory in Green Meadow.
Let's go to the factory first thing tomorrow morning. My father says we can fill a bag with candies for the party.
When the gang saw Rudyard walking into Hoofnagel's, they all jumped up. Wilma waved at Rudyard as they rushed out.
Bye, Rudyard. I have to go home and wash my hair. And we have to help her.
Lolly could barely cover her laughter. Rudyard stared sadly after them. He was alone again. Finally, it was the day of the party. Lolly, Bingo Beaver, and Rocco Rabbit met at the sweets factory. Lolly held out a huge bag.
Father says we can fill this right to the top with anything we want.
They stuffed the bag with taffy apples, candy corn, candy bars, and chocolates. Then they carried it off to the clubhouse. Bernice Bear volunteered to bake the birthday cake. Wilma said she'd help, but when she got to Bernice's house, she spent the morning admiring herself in a shiny cake pan.
Bernice, this is such fun. I love cooking with you.
The rest of the gang decorated the clubhouse. Montgomery got crepe paper tangled in his antlers. Zipper Cat helped him.
I hope Rudyard doesn't decide to come now. He'd spoil everything.
Montgomery shook his antlers, making the tangle worse.
He's at my house writing a letter. I just hope he stays out of the way.
Montgomery didn't know it, but Rudyard was standing right outside the clubhouse door. He'd heard everything the gang had said. A tear rolled down his cheek.
I guess I am in the way. I spoil everything. The Get Along Gang doesn't want me around.
Rudyard went back to Montgomery's house and packed his bag. Then he left a note for Montgomery and the rest of the gang and started off to the airport.
There's an airplane leaving for home in an hour. If I hurry, I can just make it.
Finally, everything was ready for the party. Dottie checked one last time that nothing had been forgotten.
Okay, we've got everything but the guest of honor. Zipper, would you go to Montgomery's house and get Rudyard? We'll be back before you can say mischief.
And Zipper was out the door and gone in a blink. In the meantime, Rudyard was walking slowly down the road to the airport. His plane ticket was in his pocket. He brushed away a tear.
Goodbye, Green Meadow. Goodbye. Get along, gang. Boy, what a terrible birthday.
When Zipper reached Montgomery's house, he saw the note on the door. He opened it up and read it.
Oh, no! Rudyard's leaving! I've got to tell the gang!
Zipper raced back to the clubhouse as fast as he could. Gasping for breath, he handed the note to Montgomery to read.
It says, "Dear friends, I am sorry I was in the way. I don't want to spoil things for you, so I'm going home. Love, Rudyard."
Dottie couldn't believe her ears.
Oh, no! This is terrible! We were so busy keeping our secret all week, we treated Rudyard like an outcast. Now he thinks we don't like him. Come on, everybody! We have to stop him from leaving!
Montgomery stopped the gang before they rushed off.
Wait, we need a plan. I suggest that Dottie, Zipper, Bingo, and I go to the airport. That's probably where Rudyard's heading. The others should stay here in case he changes his mind and comes back. Breaker, you cover my house in case he goes there.
Zipper and Bingo jumped on a scooter. Montgomery grabbed his skateboard. As Dottie put on her roller skates, she had an idea.
We might get to the airport too late. Let's head for town. And then Officer Growler will help us out.
They all agreed and raced off toward town. Quickly they found their policeman friend, and Montgomery explained to him about Rudyard's misunderstanding. Officer Growler piled the gang into his police van, turned on the siren, and sped off to the airport. Montgomery had to shout over the siren,
Go like gangbusters, Officer Growler. I hope we're not too late.
The van squealed to a stop in front of the airport terminal, and the gang rushed inside. Montgomery stopped to call back to the kindly policeman.
Thanks, Officer Growler. We really appreciate this.
Dottie spotted Rudyard as he was checking his bag. She raced over to him.
Rudyard, don't go. Please come back. We'll explain everything.
The gang pulled Rudyard away from the check-in counter and out of the terminal. He wasn't sure what was happening, but he was very glad to see his friends. When Rudyard walked into the clubhouse, everyone shouted,
Happy birthday, Rudyard!
For the first time in a long time, Rudyard smiled. Dottie pushed him toward his birthday cake.
Don't forget to make a wish before you blow out the candles, Rudyard.
Rudyard smiled at all his friends.
I'm sorry for misunderstanding all of you. And I'm going to wish that I'll be one of the gang for a long, long time.
Wilma threw up her hands in horror.
Don't tell your wish. If you do, it won't come true.
Montgomery just smiled at Rudyard.
Don't worry about it, Rudyard. That wish is definitely going to come true.
Whenever I cry, you make a blue sky. Now that's why I love you, Montgomery. When I forget how to smile, we talk for a while. And that's why I love
So that was the Get Along Gang in The New Neighbor for 1984. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. In our next book will be James Bond, The Spy Who Loved Me.